All right, today's lesson we are going to use slope and y-intercept to graph lines. This method is called slope-intercept, graphing using slope-intercept method. All right, so the first page, I don't want you to take notes. The first couple, let's just get comfortable with this and let's look at some examples. They're giving us a point and they're giving us a slope. So if I put this out on the coordinate plane and I plot the point, I'm going to start at my origin, and remember we always go, for ordered pairs, we always go across and then up and down, right? Okay, so I am going to start at my origin. I'm going 1, 2, and then up 1 and pull up my point. You guys with me? Okay, we're plotting the point. Then I have a slope of -3. Okay, we're going to write that as a fraction. -3 is what? -3/1. Right? So I'm going to rise how much? -3. I'm going to rise -3, which really means down. And then I'm going to run 1. Okay, I'm going to do it again because it doesn't take me any time. Down 3, right 1. Plot the point. I could also take that negative in the denominator. I can use it in the numerator, denominator, not both. So what happens if I do m equals 3 over, then what happens, I can rise 3, positive 3, and run -1 to the left. Then I have points in this area, up 3 over 1. And then we connect the points. I'm still having people plot the points and not drawing a line through. You're always, when we have an equation like this with x and y, it is the equation of all points that go on and on forever, and the only way we show that is if we draw the line through with arrows. And when you graph, you're still going to plot 2 points. You're still going to label 2 points. Now, this is not what we're doing today, but you're still going to call this is -1, comma, what did I write there? -1, comma, -2. And this one you could say it's -1, 2, -2, comma, +1. Right? Okay, questions? All right, so now, what do I do? Where do I start?
Plot your point.
Plot my point. 3 to the right, 2 up. Okay? And now, from here, I'm going to take my slope, and what am I going to do, Nicole?
You're going to do the right over here.
So what am I going to rise?
You're going to rise twice.
Nope. What is my slope? Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're going to rise 3 times.
Good. I'm going to rise 3 times. So I'm going up 3 or down?
Up.
Up 3. And then what?
Across 4 times.
Right or left? +4. Is it going to the right?
To the right.
Okay, or to the left. Okay, we're going to the right. Okay, we're going to go right 4 times. Now, I need to get more points down below. So isn't a negative divided by a negative really a positive?
Yeah.
So I can make them both negative because 2 negatives really make a positive. So I can go down 3 and then left in the negative direction 4. Down 3 and then -4. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And then I draw the line through the points. Questions? All right. I'm going to label my 2 points. I'm following all those directions, x and y, right? But this still really is not what we're going to do. But we're going to try it one more time. So I plot my point, go across in the left direction 4 times, and up 4. Now I'm going to use my slope, and I'm going to rise how much? How much am I rising? How about Daisy?
You're gonna you're going to go down negative.
I'm going down 3, and then which way for 2? Right or left?
Right.
To the right because it's positive. And I'm going to go down 3, right 2. Down 3, right 2. Now, the more points I do, the more accurate the line is. I have people that I'm marking off on the quiz because by the time they lined it up, it's really far. It's like this far from the point. Like it should be here where my arm is, and it's going where my pencil is. And I mark you off a half a point. So the more points you have, the more accurate your line gets. If you're really running your straight edge between the farthest 2 points, you'll get a much more accurate thing. All right. And then we draw our line through, and we label our 2 points. So here we are in slope-intercept form of the linear equation. That's when y is alone. You have to get y alone. So what do I need to do? Let's see. So we know what m is, right? Mm-hmm. The x and the y, so we know that the m is the slope. Okay, the x and the y come from here. They're part of your ordered pair. Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. The x here is here, and then the y is here. Okay, now all we have left is the b. The b is our y-intercept. It's usually a number all by itself. So m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept. So on number 1, what is my slope?
3/1.
I want to hear m equals 3. And what is my y-intercept? B equals 4. Just 4. It's not an ordered pair. Okay? I know usually I ask you to do the ordered pair, but in this case we're just using 4. Okay. What would be my slope, Nicole?
Your slope would be -2.
Good. Always comes before the x. The m is always before the x. And the y-intercept, Grant? B equals -1. Okay. Why don't you guys, we're going to pause the recording, and I want you to do the next 3 on your own. Okay? Next 4. I cut it off. There it goes. I want you to do the next 4 on your own. Remember, m is your slope, and b is your y-intercept. Pause the recording. For number 3, what do we get? What is my m? Who's ready to try that one? Go.
M equals 5.
Good. And what would be my b?
There is no b, so it would be 0.
Perfect. Exactly. No b means it's 0. Okay, number 4. Okay, let's go with Mike.
Your slope for m would equal 5/8, and b would equal -4.
Okay. Next one, number 5. Julia.
M equals -2/9, and b equals 1/4.
Equals what?
1/4.
What kind of? -1/4. Good. Okay, next one. Aton. M equals what? 0. Yep. And B equals? 0. Nope. Yes.
B equals 6.
6. What made the x disappear? Being right next to 0. So y equals 0x plus 6. Do you see how 0 times anything makes it disappear?
Yep.
But, so that would be your, okay, questions. All right, so now we're going to build the equations given the slope and the y-intercept. So if I have m equals 2, right? Remember the formula is, the equation is y equals mx plus b. So what am I substituting? What's it going to be? Noah?
It would be y equals 2x minus 3.
Minus 3. You get the idea? Okay, why don't you try the rest on your own? Go. Pause the recording.
I got y equals 2/3 x plus 5.
Good. Nicole?
I got y equals negative 3 over 7x plus 2.
Good. Number 4, let's go, Julia.
Number 4, I got 0x plus 6. Y equals 0x plus 6.
And what does that simplify to?
X plus 6.
Nope. What 0 times anything makes it disappear, right? The x. So what does it equal? Y equals 6. Right. If it were y equals 0x plus 6, the 0x disappears and it becomes y equals 6. Next one, number 5, Chloe.
Y equals negative 1/2 x.
Okay, and number 6, let's go, Jamie.
Y equals x minus 2/3.
Perfect. Okay, questions? Yes.
You have to write the equation for like y equals mx plus b.
Each time?
Yeah.
No. No, just the slope formula. Okay, questions? Okay, now we're ready to graph and do the real deal. Okay, so when you're graphing, you're given an equation, and this is much faster. We've learned 2 methods. The purpose of today is to learn the slope-intercept method. How do we do that? Step 1, here's the work. You write the equation. Must always write the equation next to the graph. Step 2, must always, not an option, identify your slope and your y-intercept. So what is my slope? M equals what?
Equals 2/3.
M equals 2/3, and B equals?
B equals negative 1.
B equals negative 1. You can write these notes. Got it? It's not an option. You don't have to write the words down. I mean, maybe your first time I would, but you have to identify M and B close. You have to have the equation M and B. That's how I check you. If you don't have it, I won't look at it. Okay? Now, the B, where before they give us an ordered pair, they gave us a y-intercept. What does that mean? What does that mean? Yes.
It means that you would start at the y-intercept.
We would start at the y-intercept, which is?
It is
0,
0, negative 1.
negative 1. So I'm going to negative 1 on the y-axis. That will be my starting point. Got it? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the negative 1 and I'm plotting it right there. Okay? Right? I'm plotting this. It's going right here. Negative 1 on the y-axis. You guys with me? Okay. Now, from there, we're going to rise over run to other points. It's a positive 2. 1, 2. We're going to plot the slope. 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3. There's the point. I can go up 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. What else can I do, guys?
You can go down. You can go down.
Negative 2 over negative 3. Because negative divided by negative makes a positive. 1, 2, left, 1, 2, 3. See how those points? And then draw your line through it. You guys with me?
Yeah.
Do you have to draw these steps? No. But you have to draw the points. And then I still have people that are not drawing their line through the points. So we take a straight edge, we draw the line, and I still want you to identify 2 points. This is 1, 2, 3, comma 1, and this right here is 0, comma 2, 0 across to negative 2. Got it? I'm labeling my x and y axis. I'm still doing everything on that list. Questions? Is that easier? Yes or no?
Yeah.
A lot less work, isn't it?
Yeah.
So identify your M and B. Start with put this in your notes. Start with y-intercept. Right? We're plotting it right here. Questions? Can I erase this?
Yep.
Okay. Let's try another. All right. You guys want to pause it, and why don't you guys try this one on your own? Don't forget, identify your M and your B. All right, let's check our work. We're starting at 4. And then our slope is, we have to identify both. I want to see them both next to your graph. I want to see the equation, the slope, and the y-intercept. So I'm going to start at the 4 on the y-axis, and then I'm going to go down 1 and positive 2. Down 1, positive 2. Down 1, positive 2. Down 1, positive 2. I can go up 1, positive 1, left 2 from the original point. Up 1, and then connect my points, and you should be done. Do not forget to identify 2 points. Got it? Questions? All right, let's move on. Do you feel like you understand this?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. The one big problem, so you see every time I have the equation, the M, and the B. The equation, the M, and the B. The equation, the M, and the B. And then I do the graph. It really saves, okay, so if the equation comes to us in standard form, not in slope-intercept form where y is alone, we have to get it there. So I'm seeing a lot of problems on the quiz. Step 1, what do I do?
You subtract 5x.
Subtracting 5x from both sides. And then I'm left with negative 2y. Do you understand why I want the x written first?
Yes.
Divide all, do not close books. Divide all terms by negative 2 by negative 2. So this one simplifies to y. This equals 5 over 2. And this is minus 3, right? Minus 3, a positive divided by a negative. So what is my m?
M is 5 over 2.
And my b is negative 3. So we start at negative 1, 2, 3. Stop. We are rising 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2. Or down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2. And then we are drawing the line and labeling our 2 points. Questions? One thing you can do is just write the equation on the line. Y equals 5 over 2x minus 3. You could have written it in standard form. All right, that's it. I'm going to have you, why don't you pause the recording, and why don't you try this next one. Shh, recording. Okay, let's try the next one. Pause the recording, see if you can get y alone, identify your M and B, and then get on your way. Now check your work. Oops. Now check your work. All right. That's the recording.